Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Premier Perspective. Today we are here to talk about this week's Champions League games that took place between the last 2 days. First up, Chelsea versus Porto. Chelsea played it's a pretty boring game, 0-0 up until the end, where Porto scored a
Absolute
beautiful goal.
beauty.
Amazing.
This was a game that was pretty much already set after the 2-0 win with Chelsea. It was already pretty clear that they were going to be going through to the next round. Um, they did all they had to do during this game. Obviously, they didn't score and they lost, but they already had done enough. So it wasn't really too much of an issue for them. And I mean, I think that's pretty much all you could really say about that
Yeah, I
game.
mean, nothing really happened. Chances here and there. I mean, the goal Taremi from Porto was absolutely beautiful. The
Beautiful.
ball, it wasn't just a little scissor kick, got up to the side. He was up there. The ball was up by his shoulder, got all the way up over Reece James, who's not a short guy at all.
Yeah, not at all.
And then he just absolutely rocketed into the top corner bicycle kick. Perfect contact.
Yeah,
Probably
cool.
it'll probably end up being the best goal of the UCL this year.
I think so.
Just beautiful. Mendy couldn't do anything about it, but at that point, too little, too late. There was like a minute left in the game. Moving on to the next game of yesterday, also not the most exciting game. PSG Bayern, good game with a lot of chances. Again, it was a battle of the keepers today or yesterday. It was Neuer who was absolutely turning it up, keeping
Amazing.
Bayern in it. Without Neuer, Bayern lose that second leg by multiple goals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just the way he was able to shut down 1v1s, especially Neymar. Neymar, who had a really rough time. He hit the woodwork about 3 times and then had a couple more chances too that looked pretty clear cut. Just got unlucky with the way it was positioned or the bounce on it. But again, the defenses of both teams played really well. Choupo-Moting of Bayern Munich was able to get the goal with a couple minutes left in the first half to make it look like the tie was back on. At that point, it was 3-2 on aggregate, but unfortunately, Bayern weren't able to come back without Lewandowski again, I believe.
What a
and
guy. What a guy.
Choupo-Moting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this guy, he has a very odd career. Like
Yeah.
he was able to score that goal, but I was pretty sure PSG had a chance and he just let the ball just fly like right in front of him, just like pass right in front of him. He had opportunity to score and he had a really good opportunity to score and make Bayern lead 2-0, but he's an
Yeah,
interesting.
there were a good amount of chances that Bayern had to also
Yeah, they
go to
did.
2-0. And then also
But
think about
PSG had
PSG,
more.
how they didn't
Yeah.
score. It was also crazy. Mbappe had a good amount of chances. Neymar had a good amount of chances, like you said. But, the first game, those 3 away goals was enough for PSG. And that
Yeah,
pretty
it was
much settled
absolutely
the
huge for
tie for
them.
them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive for them.
Yeah.
I don't think too much else to say about.
I think that's pretty much it. Next up, we're gonna go for Abdul's favorite. Next, we're gonna go Liverpool versus Madrid, a goalless draw. That was a fun game for you to
Thriller.
watch.
A thriller.
Um, as me and Ryan are both City fans, we're pretty locked in on the City game. So we have our 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 correspondent Abdul, who is our scout for the Madrid game. That didn't really seem like he had too
It
much of a
wasn't.
fun time watching
Nah,
it.
I honestly didn't, but it was kind of expected for me because I think Real Madrid wasn't looking to score. They were just looking to defend their lead.
Hmm.
Because if they were looking to score, they'd have to sacrifice a lot of things, and they'd have to risk the possibility that Liverpool might score. And I
Which
think
they had a lot of chances to do in the first half.
they
Liverpool,
did.
how they didn't score.
Liverpool couldn't hit the broadside of a barn this time. They couldn't. It
It
was rough
was,
for them
yeah,
out
no,
here. They
it really was rough for them because they had a good amount of chances.
and they were clear chances. Like
Yeah,
these were.
clear, clear, clear.
I have no idea how they didn't finish them. It was
I have no
like
idea either.
it was. I mean, it's not like they have some little strike force. They have on paper considerably one of the best front three in the world. I mean,
Hmm.
with
For
Firmino,
sure.
Salah, and Mane all playing. And Thiago coming in at one point. And Wijnaldum, he had a good
Hmm.
game. I mean, he didn't get many chances going forward, but with all those creators in the
Yeah,
midfield and the shooters that you have up top, and the fact that you're given those chances and you don't put any of them away at
yeah.
home,
None of them away.
I
I don't
think
even.
you need to cut some slack for Mohamed Salah. I don't know if he was, but he might have been fasting.
Okay.
Uh, but again, I think it was a great display from Real Madrid's defenders, Nacho and Militao.
Mhm.
Also, Courtois. I think they've been doing great for the past what 3-4 games that they've been playing
Yeah.
with Ramos and Varane.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, and
they've
also
had great games.
no Carvajal, and then today no Lucas Vasquez. So
Yeah,
Valverde played right back today, which is not his position, and they were
Right.
still able to keep a clean sheet. So it'll be interesting
absolutely.
to see how they are in the next round versus Chelsea. As we mentioned, PSG is going through, and now who they're going to be playing against Dortmund versus City. City won the game, and now we're gonna get ready for a PSG versus City game, which sorry Abdul, but is way more interesting than a Chelsea Madrid game.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's gonna be it.
I agree with that. I have to give that to you. I do agree
It's
with
gonna be
that.
insane, man.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
Dortmund
crazy one.
City. So first off, to start the game, we had a guy who's about the same age as Ryan
Yeah, a
score
little
a
older.
goal. Makes me
17
feel
years
like a
old, Jude
bum
Bellingham. Right. It
sitting
makes me
here
feel like,
talking
what am I
about it.
doing with my life?
17-year-old
I'm,
with an absolute great goal. Great goal against
yeah, and
Ederson.
aside from the goal, I mean, he in the
No,
first
he's a
leg, in
baller.
this leg too, he's an absolute baller. He
Yeah,
absolutely
both
kicked it up,
games.
and he
I mean, he
dominated
should
the
have scored in the
midfield.
last game too.
He should have. Yeah, I mean, that was just
That was
unlucky.
yeah, that was just a
Um,
bad call.
but I mean, over both legs, Jude Bellingham absolutely ran the midfield
Oh,
for both
100%.
teams. He's the one who made it really hard for City. Like, yes, Dortmund of Haaland, who's crazy, but
Mhm.
City locked him down pretty well. But who City really had trouble with all around was Jude Bellingham. I mean,
They
he was
locked
all over the
they
place.
all I'm saying is that they really locked Holland today.
They
I
no, they
don't I
they really did.
I didn't see too much difference compared to the last game. I think that Holland not playing well today had more to do with the way Dortmund played than the way City played, because I
I think so
definitely
too. I
think
don't
that
think.
Dortmund played better in the last game, despite the scoreline being the same in both games, 2-1. I definitely feel like Dortmund played better in the last game.
Yeah, they
But
totally did.
Emery Chan gets a handball, leads to a Mars penalty. In celebration of Ramadan, Mars scored. He couldn't miss the penalty. It would have been very rude.
Yeah.
Um, and then Foden, late winner again,
What a guy, man!
and
Oh my God,
beautiful,
Philly.
beautiful, beautiful strike. Dortmund didn't really have any real chances in the second half, and the quarterfinal curse is broken at City with Pep. In Pep's fifth try, he's now finally made a
Finally, man.
semifinal, which now leads us to our semifinal games: Chelsea versus Madrid and PSG versus City. These games are going to be great. They're coming up. I think it's like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's
it
not
is.
that far away. Definitely gonna have a lot of coverage on those games. Abdul's gonna be back to talk about how Madrid beats Chelsea, like I said in my bracket, is gonna happen.
It's happening.
Update on anyone who's interested in the brackets. Abdul is the only one who got it right.
But he's
Ryan
still going
went
strong.
Ryan went 2 for 4. I went 3 for 4, and Abdul predicted the whole thing. So,
There he
um,
is. He's still here.
It was
I
pretty
don't
yeah,
good.
know.
Yes. I mean, the only game that I kind of doubted, like, I mean, it was really risky to guess that PSG would win,
yeah,
but
I agree with you.
uh,
Yeah, it was
but
close. Yeah.
But
definitely
then
worth
that was before we knew about Lewandowski, right?
Lewandowski getting injured.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I feel like if I knew Lewandowski was not going to play, I would have picked PSG.
Yeah, honestly, that completely changed
That
changed
completely
the whole
changes
thing.
it.
I think
But
if
then also, if
Lewandowski
I knew
plays, they
that,
go through.
but also I didn't have high expectations for Madrid without Ramos. So if I knew Ramos wasn't going to play, I low key would have picked Liverpool, which then would have been bad. So yeah, it works both ways. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that pretty much wraps up the 4 games of the week. We want to once again say thank you to Abdul for always coming on to the show. We want to say thank you to anyone who's shown support. Um, we really have enjoyed doing this so far. Come summertime, we're gonna be doing some in-person videos. So
Very
definitely,
excited.
definitely ready and excited for that with Euros, Copa America, a lot to be excited about. But yeah, once again, we want to say thank you, and we'll see you guys soon.